Thank you all for joining me on Growth Perspective. I have, Dowell Consulting here, and Weston's joining us as a partner in that company. So first, how you doing today, man? You doing pretty good, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's a good day. Good day.
Perfect. So we're going to just start off. What we're going to cover is I want to kind of get to know you, kind of your background, what brought you into this consulting realm. I know that you've done some stuff in the hospitality I've been taking a look at. So that's maybe it's your niche or you're kind of expanding upon that, what trends you're seeing, where you think it's going, and kind of what your goals are when it comes to this industry and what you're trying to do for yourself. Like you said, your fiance, your family. So I'm excited to kind of, hear what you have to say. All right, man?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect, man. And so, first of all, tell me about kind of yourself, your background, education, like tell me about that.
Yeah, so I'm born and raised here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. A lot of the businesses that I've operated myself and started have been based here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, but also have done business in other markets as well. But my educational experience is a little bit outside of hospitality and consulting, but it all goes hand in hand. So I have a background in accounting for school, but whenever I finished my degree, I was actually doing better parking cars with my valet company or with the valet company I was working for at the time. So I just kind of went head first, had a good mentor as a boss, and he was young, so he showed me that anything was possible no matter the age that you were. So, yeah. It was a great opportunity, but to just end on the education piece, accounting is the background. Yep.
Okay. So, and that point forward, how old are you right now? You
I'm
mentioned
31.
31.
Yep.
Okay, 31. So, kind of, what has your work experience kind of been that led you to kind of where you're at right now, man?
Yeah, so always been in hospitality from the start. I worked at a place called Dirty Don's for the majority of my young career, if you will, from about like 14 until the end of high school. So that's my roots in hospitality. But to expand on my operational experience as an owner operator, valet parking. I worked for another business, became a partner in a business called Shoreline Valet. We were acquired, and through the acquisition, I just personally didn't care for the company that we were acquired by, so I started my own brand in now called Oceanside Hospitality. So just expanding on that, just wanting to build the best valet parking network that we could. And that, had a very good mentor in that with Shoreline Valet, showed me the ropes and how to do it the correct way, just focusing on every guest, every car, just making sure that you're just focusing on the fundamentals and the fine details, right? Because that's everything in life. So you focus on the fine details, everything else just comes into place. So yeah, I mean, from there, built out more hospitality services, had a delivery company,
Uh-huh.
so that service, we expanded in this market, kind of in tandem with the valet service. So those are the hospitality aspect. Also in the consulting space, we're helping people from the beginning processes of their business all the way to exiting. We do have a large, I guess, a wide range of things that we're providing for our clients. So yeah, not so much focusing like some consulting spaces is management consulting, which I believe we're speaking on today, correct?
Mhm.
So yeah, we do provide those services as well. But yeah, that's kind of the bigger scope of what we're doing.
Wow. So then, that is that your main bread and butter, or do you have other avenues? Because it looks like you may have expanded to other avenues as well. Is that kind of what we're going towards?
Yeah, so I mean, my main bread and butter would be Dow Consulting. I've kind of taken a step back from the hospitality space.
So you expand into other types of consulting, right? And so you were talking about kind of how you made that little pivot and transition.
Yeah, so the consulting space really came about because when I was running my own businesses, I had a lot of friends, family, and also just peers in the community. Hey, how are you doing this? Or hey, I have this idea. How can I bring this to life? I see that you're doing this idea, this idea, this idea, and through the path of my own businesses, we've had some that have failed. Obviously, that's where you learn, and
Yeah.
some that are passion projects. Like the biggest one is Wise Dreamers for me, and it's a lifestyle brand that we have. But more importantly, it's a community business, really. So everything we're doing, we're giving back to the community. We did a big project with the local skate park, just giving back to the kids. There was a huge skate contest that was in the area, and we helped with that. It was fun, right? So, but was there a lot of revenue from that? Not necessarily. Can't make a living from it. But through that, a lot of people saw it and they were like, "Hey, Weston, can you help me with this?" And I just saw, I was like, "Man, there's a huge opportunity to help people." And I've always been about help. That's where the hospitality business came from. It was just, "Hey, let's help the community." The valet service in Myrtle Beach. There's a lot of flat parking. It's not like Sacramento where you're at, where it's more necessity. There's more necessity for it. So we really had to sell it, and I mean, we sold the experience, and I think that's really what I was seeing is people are asking this for a reason, and it's kind of unique. I saw the consulting space almost like being a business therapist or business doctor. You're helping these people accomplish their goals as well. So I always had a passion for it first, and then I saw, there's definitely a way to make a business out of this and make something for myself too. So I think that was the biggest pivot, but it started first with how can I help these people? Because they're coming to me and asking, and I'm huge with taking signs, from business and the community to see like, hey, this is what's needed. And okay, I saw in the community people were, let's sell a chorus, let's do this, and not really getting raw with people. So that's our huge motto. We'll go in and first, and for free, we're coming in and doing a diagnosis of your business to see, is this really a necessity or not? Give you some points.
Right.
We're not selling a course or doing anything of that nature. So I think it really makes a difference with these people, and I do believe that that's the difference that we've been able to make with our consulting business. So.
Cool. And so when you say our, like how big is it? Like how many people you got right now in your company? Is it just you or how does it work?
So yeah, there's myself and then a network of consultants as well. So I can't handle everything, right? I'm not an expert in everything.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're
yeah.
offering a lot of services. Yes, I do have knowledge of all the services we offer, but I'm an expert in probably 4 out of 10 of the services, right?
Sure,
So
sure.
for the websites and stuff like that, I may not do it myself. I'm going to probably source it out to a consultant in our network that can take that.
Uh-huh.
And if somebody's asking a legal question, I'm going to pivot that to a friend of mine, Ruan, who is a certified, or excuse me, a professional in the legal space, if you will. So I'm not going to take on anything that I can't handle. So yes, we do have a network of consultants as well.
Nice. Nice. That's fantastic. That's fine. And I guess how long have you been doing this then?
In the consulting space since 2023.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
So
Good few
pretty.
years kind of getting yourself going.
That's right. That's right. And once again, it did stem just from conversations with people having questions about, hey, how can I start a business? Or, hey, I'm about to be selling my business. I see you sold one in the past. What can I do here? Just any bit of advice. So having the knowledge, I was like, hey, why not, give back to the community in this way? So.
Right. It's pretty amazing. You almost seem like a go-to guy for a whole bunch of folks. Like you've established yourself, and I guess you seem like you're a pretty well-known guy in the Myrtle Beach area that's allowed you to kind of get into the space a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was very blessed. I'm sure you guys, I mean, they're everywhere, but the local Chamber of Commerce here, the
Mhm.
Myrtle Beach Area Chamber of Commerce, I was very blessed to be awarded with Entrepreneur of the Year in
Yeah.
2024. It was a huge thing for the company and for myself as well. So it really validated the hard work that not only myself but my team do every single day. So I think that was very helpful in being able to propel the business and the services we're providing for sure.
Oh, awesome. So, I guess I mean, Myrtle Beach is kind of been your main kind of focus, man. Are you noticing any kind of trends that are happening with regards to technology, with regards to the demands out there in the community, or are you looking to expand beyond that? Like what's kind of your mindset when it comes to maybe growth or what you want to do with the company then?
Yeah, definitely. We take anything even from outside of the Myrtle Beach area. So, primary bread and butter is this market, yes, but you know, there's a huge push in Myrtle Beach for Smart Initiative. We have the HTC Inspire Hub or Aspire Hub, excuse me. So there's a huge push in the area for not only technology as a base, but for AI initiatives too. But yes, there's opportunities just even close to here as Raleigh, as it's known. I think the East Coast Silicon Valley, as you probably
Yeah.
heard. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity for technology even outside of here. But what I'm seeing in the consulting space is just a real need for that raw consultant, like, coming in and actually providing you with that nitty gritty. Here, I'm going to see exactly what's going wrong with your situation. You may tell me it's bad management, but we may look at it as the culture's not there. So we can reverse engineer the process for them. So I think that's what we're seeing more so in the consultant space in this market at least. But in outside markets regionally, definitely the need for technology, and the technology is just driving. I mean, I can't tell you how many people are hitting us up for chatbots or website provisions, things of that nature. So definitely people are conscious of it, and I think the acceleration is there for technology as a whole. But people are kind of cautious on AI at the moment, just because there's all the speculation. Is it an AI bubble? Is it things that happened back in the 2000s with the technology or dot-com bubble? So people are just scared, right? But the real go-getters are taking advantage of the opportunity. That's what we're seeing. So
Okay. Are you preparing yourself in that area as well? Like, is that something that you are a fan of, looking to kind of expand that realm for him?
absolutely. So yeah, I actually had a car wreck in February of 2025, so it limited me to driving, and I was, kind of going crazy at the house, and I was like, what can I do here? So I always I have a passion for data. I'm a huge number cruncher. So I took advantage of a lot of courses for data analytics while I was down. And man, I'll tell you what. So to answer your question, we are very driven in wanting to make sure that we're understanding all things machine learning. So yes, very very heavy into the AI space.
Okay. So are you, when it comes to your own company, um, you know, how are you doing as far as like being busy? Like, is there any frustrations going on, or is it just you're just so busy, you're just looking to grow? Like, where are you kind of, how's your company coming along in that realm?
But yeah, so I think the main acquisition is, or the main, and I wouldn't even view it as a problem. It's just trying to find a balance of just not over promising and under delivering, right? So
Sure.
you just want to take the growth as you can, and not take on too much, which is great for the way that we do our business, because as we're going point by point with people, or if they're coming and asking us to take on a project, there's an intake process. So it's a little bit slower than just like, hey, here's a pre-packet or something like that, and go. So I think it I wouldn't really say we have the problem, but if we want to accelerate this thing and grow, then we definitely want to take on and make sure our network of consultants is growing. But we have a huge vetting process with that network of consultants, because we're not going to just have our business go to somebody who doesn't know what they're doing or talking about, correct? So we want to make sure that Dow Consulting, all of our consultants are knowledgeable with what we're asking them to do. So I think just finding the balance of growth, really. I think that's with any business. So I wouldn't say we're seeing too many challenges The one I mentioned earlier about the AI bubble and people being scared of what's going to happen. I think a lot of times the answer's in the question. If you're asking yourself, should I do AI? You're skeptical of it anyways, right? So I think it takes somebody to just we show them the benefits of it. If they decide they want to change their mind, they want to change their mind. But if not, then no harm, no foul. So once again, not really a problem, but I think that could be a problem that, other consultants are seeing. But the best way to navigate it is just to show them what it can do for them and the solutions that it can provide for them and let them see the benefit. And yes, there could be a bubble, but we're not asking you to invest in the companies. We're just asking you to use the software, right? So I think that's the huge thing that we have to remind these clients. And that's it. So we're solution minded. That's it. So, yep.
And that's the tool, right? I mean, pretty much it's not, I mean, people are afraid, oh, it's gonna destroy us or whatever, or take over. It's more and more to enhance your business and get you to focus on um, what you're best at and let that take care of the smaller tasks or minutia or whatever. And that's kind of the education. That's kind of the way it's being, put out there in a lot of, well, for a lot of companies and stuff too, right?
That's
So,
right.
what is your, is there other competition? Like, what's kind of going on? Because it sounds like you got a kind of a nice setup going. Is there other people competing for similar businesses, or you just got an influx of folks and you're just trying to like vet it out and there's no problem for you as far as growth goes? Like how does it look over there for you?
Okay, so competition in the consulting business is what
Yeah.
yeah. So, I would say, there's always going to be competition, right?
Mhm.
There are consulting businesses. They more so focus on strictly one avenue, right? So there's a great consulting business, Hop to It Consulting. His name is Dan Hop, and his wife. I can't remember her name, so please forgive me there. But they're
Yeah.
great people, and they mainly focus on management consulting as just one. So, or I guess corporate consulting. So I think that I'm sure they do go down all the way to the small clients, and I haven't really, fully deep dived into their business.
Yeah.
But once again, I think it stems from my mindset. I don't really look at competition, and I'm not the type to analyze them and,
Mhm.
nitpick, okay, we got to be better than them. I just focus on what we're providing, and I focus on our experience. So, yes,
Yeah.
there is competition out there. They're killing it. They're crushing it.
Nice.
Their avenue, they're doing what they need to do, and in our avenues, we're doing what we need to do. So I think if I do have a client that I feel that it's best that they would be able to, utilize, I've always referred them out,
Oh.
right? So I think it's just about having the respect of the competition and understanding what we're doing best and, understanding what they're doing best and giving the
Wow.
client the best solution. That's our motto. We want to give them the best solution, and it may not be us every time. So I think we're not really seeing a problem with competition too much. The people that are contacting us, we're being very diligent with them and making sure that we're partnering with them in the way that we need to. So I think that I hope that answered the question pretty good. But yeah.
I love kind of like it's not because it is like Myrtle Beach, and I've heard of it only because of the destination and kind of the beauty that's out there and things of that matter, right? So it's almost like more of a small town type of feel in what you're saying because it's not like cutthroat and just trying to get at each other. It's like, hey man, there's a big pie, we can all get a piece type of thing, right? Which I kind of love,
Absolutely.
which is pretty cool. So what who typically are your type of clients and like what types of businesses are you kind of you and your company kind of working with then?
Yeah, I mean, so I've done everything from, once again, zero, like ideation, let's focus on, hey, I have this idea of a business. How can I make this prosper? All the way up to, businesses that have 200 to 500 employees, right?
Right.
So it really just varies. And in this market, mostly it's hospitality related. So it could be hotel networks, it could be restaurant networks. And once again, all the way down to somebody who maybe a nail tech who's just looking to, hey, I'm doing X amount of business. How can I get to this? Or,
Yeah.
these are my goals. So, I mean, we take it all. We don't discriminate, and if we're not prepared for it, we do have people that can take care of that, right? So that's what
Wow.
is very important for me with the network, because when I started this, I was still am operating businesses of my own, so I had to be very conscious of what I personally could intake and
Right.
wanted to
Right.
provide the best thing for the people that are coming in, right?
Right.
So that was the important key for me. But yeah, to answer your question, everything from ideation all the way to 200 to 500 employees. And when I say 200 to 500, the business that I'm thinking of, they had 200 full-time employees. 500 was the 300 seasonal, right?
Right. Right.
So just trying to, with that project, it was unique because we were trying to help them just find a better balance of, how can we retain some of these people versus, having to do seasonal. Like, what can we do to
Right.
transition our business to, we can't change the market because our market is mostly seasonal, right? But
Sure.
what
Sure.
can we do to change our business to where we can crush it maybe in the season a little bit more to offset that price in the off season to keep these people around a little bit? So
Got it. Got
to
it.
avoid the, the rotation of employees, if you will, right?
Of course.
For lack of better words.
No, I got it. So I'm just fascinated because like how do these leads come your way? These companies, how do they come your way then? Like,
Yeah, so a lot of just relationship based. So it would either be them seeing, hey, I see what you're doing for other businesses, or hear about it, and or just me knocking on their door, hey, this is what we're providing. So I'm not afraid to get out there and ask, hey, see, do you have any help that you need? Or I may respectfully say, hey, I see this is something that you may need help with, right? Because you never want to come into a business and call their child ugly. You don't want to do that.
sure.
That's very terrible. So
Sure.
respectfully, we'll let them know, hey, this may be a point that you may see yourself, right? And then give them the mirror to look at, and then if they want to follow along, they follow along, and if not, then there's that. But yes, sir, mostly leads as well as just existing relationships, if you will,
Sure. Okay.
as well
And
as
so
the Chamber of Commerce.
yeah.
Definitely has helped.
Right.
So
Now you got a great thing kind of going on, and I can back to kind of where I was kind of going. Like where do you want to see your company, say 6, 12 months from now? You got a baby, obviously you want to grow. Like where do you want to see yourself?
yeah, so in the next 6 to 12 months, I definitely see us, not only retaining our current clients, because that's a huge thing. A lot of
Mhm.
clients may just need one small thing and then go. And we just always want to encourage them that we may need to help them through the steps, right?
Yes.
Also, just I would say adding more clients is never bad. Adding more consultants to the network, quality consultants, and just growing together as one. So I think for me with this business, all my other businesses are based on metrics. This one's a little bit different for me. If we don't hit a certain number of revenue, that's great for me. I just want to be able to make a difference, and that's the huge thing for this company, because for the most part, this network of consultants, they're the ones that are mostly benefiting financially, right? For me, it's just connecting the dots, because that's always been the thing for me. I may not be able to provide every bit of what Dow Consulting offers, but there's somebody that's going to be able to. So just wanting to be a one-stop network for these businesses. And as I mentioned earlier, it's almost like a business therapy network. We are able to solve their problems, and or maybe a doctor, but you want to use those terms loosely. But they have a problem, we're finding the solution for them.
Right.
So in the next 6 to 12 months, I just hope to continue to expand on helping the community and providing excellence through consulting work. So I hope that answered that question pretty good.
Absolutely, man. Like it's
Yeah.
just, it's kind of like a feel good type of business you got kind of going on for you, right? So it's kind of
Absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, obviously there's metrics that we need to hit to sustain. But
yeah.
once again, I have other businesses that are operating, and that the consulting space is helping. So that's the fun part, is this business gets to help my other businesses as
Yeah.
well, because I'm not a full owner operator of those businesses. So
Yeah.
I get to kind of dip and dive, and when projects come up, I'm available and ready to take them. So I do
Right.
know, once again, through 2025, definitely the car wreck limited how much
Yeah.
intake that we could take. So we're ready to come out strong this year. That's really the huge thing. So yeah, yeah.
And we kind of flew through this 30 minutes pretty much, man. I just want to go ahead and see if there's anything you wanted to throw out there, for your company or something you want to talk about that I didn't kind of hit on real quick. Just want to send us a quick message or what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the quick message to everybody watching this, I would say if you are looking to be a consultant and you are an expert in any space, whether it be, hospitality, marketing, whatever it may be, if you have something to offer the world, definitely step out and offer it to them. And I would say to any business looking for a consultant, don't be wary of everything you've probably heard of the stigma of consultants. There are people out there that actually want to genuinely help your business. And before you pay, see what you're paying for. I think that that's an important thing, right? So that's both education to the businesses and the business owners, right? So I would say the best thing for consulting that is done for me is just being able to be a part of things that I wouldn't normally be a part of, right? So I think that that's the coolest thing for me. So if we can make some money helping you make money, great. That's a lot of what my expertise would be sales, right? So
Mhm.
when the sales projects come up, I love those because it's a lot of times very simple things, and you just tweak them and you get there. Sometimes it's just maybe not a trending product or service. So you just
Yeah.
have to, as Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank says, take the dog behind the barn and shoot it, right? So I think, it's just being real with your clients and not holding back, right? So that would be the piece to current consultants. Just always be real with your clients and find solutions, right? So
Yeah.
that's my three pieces of advice for those avenues. And then I guess the last thing on an advertisement tip, if you're in the Myrtle Beach market or the surrounding area or worldwide and you're looking for some help, I'm Weston Dowell here with Dowell Consulting, and we'd love to help you out. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a link to the website and all that good stuff on the podcast. So if
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You already noted it. I'll put it in the notes and stuff. Yeah, man, kind of comes to a pretty cool conclusion. I'll keep in touch as to so you can have the links to do whatever you need to do with it as we go. All right, bud?
hey, I appreciate you for your time.
All right, pleasure, man. You have a good rest of your day, okay?
Thank
Take
you
care.
too.
Okay.